Okay, guys, it's finally time to talk about the Citizen Mont-Bell collaboration watch that Jim, a viewer of the channel, lent in. Big thanks to Jim for doing so, because it's not often that I'm so impressed with a watch, or at least the timing of a particular watch sent in with where I'm at in my watch journey pushes me over the edge to actually purchase my own. So this one's Jim's, but I have one on the way. I went ahead and bought one. I was that taken by it, at least at this level or where I'm at right now. So obviously you can tell it's a quartz watch. Citizen is known for their Eco Drive. This is a ProMaster Eco Drive and so much more. It's a titanium. I think it's more of a raw, pure titanium, and then they have what's called a Duratec coating over it. It's supposed to help it resist some scratches a little bit. But as you can see, Jim has worn this plenty, and at least on the clasp here, it's got some scratches, and on the bracelet. So the Duratec, I'm sure, helps, but it's not immune to the scratches. Titanium shows scratches very easily. So if you're going to get certain kinds of titanium watches, be prepared for that. There's different levels of quality of titanium, and I think the more pure you go, I think the more subjective they are to showing the hairline scratches and everything. But it makes it, I think, a better. I don't know. It feels right to me, and I like the color of it, the more gray tone and everything. So let's get into the size real quick, so I don't forget about it. It is a 42.3 millimeter watch, excluding the crown guards, or this little button here, which I'm not even 100% sure what that does. I don't know all the settings on this, guys. When I get mine, I will go through all that. This one's just more of a show and tell type thing. So I know there's guys that get hung up on that. I didn't show you how to use it or anything like that. We'll do that with mine because I'll have to set mine up. This one's already set up. So 42.3 mil, 48.8 lug to lug, non-drilled lugs, but it's going to live on this bracelet, guys. There's no doubt about it. It's like a perfect combo. They do make a couple colorways without the bracelet, I think, but only 10.7 millimeter thick with a flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the bottom side. 22 millimeter lug width. Bracelet does taper down to 20 mil. You do have a milled out clasp, except for the outermost parts here. So you have 3 micro adjust. Just a double pusher there with a fold over signed clasp there. Really nice, thin, sleek design. Very familiar, very, pretty much what we see on most of our dive watches or dive style watches. There's no dive extension or anything like that, but screw down crown, 200 meter water resist. And you can see right on the dial, it says Mont-Bell. That is I think they do more than clothing. It's more of a gear type company for extreme conditions, like climbing, excursions, that sort of thing. It's actually, I'll put a link in the description. I've never owned any of their products, but I did take a look at their website, and it looks like they have a very high quality product line. So it's pretty cool that they have a collaboration going with them. And it also says function is beauty on the dial. You have a really nice sword hand set, and then that really nice ProMaster seconds hand ticking away there, and you'll notice that it hits the marks. That's all part of the module that's in this, or movement, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's a H145 with the Perfex Multi 3000. There's all kinds of engineering names and everything for every aspect of this watch, I'm sure. But really what we're dealing with here is a solar quartz super accurate watch that's also going to receive radio signal, and then you can quickly adjust to different time zones, and then you'll have your date, so you're going to have your perpetual calendar and all that good stuff. So it's going to be one of those things that you can just set it and forget it, or if you're going to travel, you can pop this guy out. You can see it's selected onto the New York City time zone, but say I'm going to fly out west or something, I'm going to jump a couple time zones back, bada boom, bada bing. Screw that back in, you're good to go. It automatically just jumps back for you and then just picks right back up where it was left off. So let's find out what this button does. Okay, so I hit this button and it went to no. So I'm guessing it did not receive radio signal. From what I understand, it receives signal, it says in 4 areas. It says Japan, China, Europe, and the Americas. So I believe it's a multi-band 6, even though they word it as 4 areas. And I don't know if that's just to cover themselves just in case the one in Colorado closes down or something. I don't know. So far that one still works. This has just been in an area where it's not really going to get signal. I'm sure if I brought it up and put it where it was a little more accessible, it would probably give me that signal. So it also has a bunch of other features. Like I said, I'll go through that in the setup of the one that I have coming in. So the model number on this, now that we're like 6 minutes into the video, is a cb0171-89e. I'll try to put a couple links in the description. I purchased mine on eBay. There are a couple of really good Japanese sites that you can buy, and they'll ship really fast, EMS services and all that stuff. So you should be able to do that. Weight on this guy is only 90 grams. To put that in perspective, a Seiko SKX on Jubilee, sized for my 7 1/4 wrist, weighs in at 140 grams. So you're talking a 50-gram weight reduction and a little bit bigger watch. So super comfortable, and like I've said many times before, the titanium, here I'll give you a close-up. The titanium is very nice and comfortable on wrist because it does not transfer temperatures as well. You can see on the center part of that hand stack there, you have a little bit of coloring or something. They almost look like they're metal heat-treated hands. I couldn't find any information on it, but everything about this watch is premium feeling. And Jim, the guy that bought it and lent it in, that's what he was looking for. He had looked at the Casio Oceanus line. He felt like they just seemed too fragile. He wanted titanium, sapphire. Like his list that he put down, this one pretty much checked every box on that list. So as soon as he discovered it and found it, he purchased it. Like I had a Citizen on the channel before that was the PMD 56 or something like that. And I think he had tried one of those and he just didn't connect with it. And this one he really connected with, and I can see why I also connected with it. So let me pop off this MTG that I just got back that I've been wearing. Absolutely love that watch too. And I'll pop on, and wow, this thing just, it feels like it weighs nothing. So there it is on my 7 1/4. Just insane comfortable. Feels like it weighs nothing. I mean, you can scoot it up on the wrist, get it dialed right in. Just, I don't know. It's just extremely comfortable. You're going to forget that it's on your wrist. So that's one of the pros of both a quartz and a titanium. If you still want that metal watch, but you want really lightweight, clean, no hassle. Once you set it up, you just forget about it and move on. You can grab and go. You can switch out. You can do whatever you want. This one also is extremely legible for circumstances that require it to be super legible, or maybe just you're getting older and your eyesight isn't as good, and there's certain watches that just are not going to appeal to you because they're not as easy to utilize as a watch. This one is going to be easy to read quickly. So let me give you a Loom shot, and then I'm going to close this out. I want to keep it under 10 minutes because I'm going to do another video on this watch when mine comes in. You can see it has a really good Citizen bright Loom, and it lasts a long time, guys. And it is a very good Loom, and I'm 100% happy with the application here. You can see they just maxed out the real estate that they had with it. So, all right, guys, that's it for tonight. Big thanks to Jim for lending this in, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.